Picture this. You think you've spent $3,000 on a cruise, but your final bill comes to $8,500. That's exactly what happened to one family on a Caribbean cruise. They fell for 7 out of 10 hidden traps I'm about to reveal today. And here's the worst part. Most passengers still have no idea these schemes exist. The cruise industry makes billions from these hidden charges, and they're counting on you not knowing about them. Today, I'm pulling back the curtain on the most expensive cruise scams that could turn your dream vacation into a financial nightmare. If you're planning a cruise in 2025, this video could save you thousands of dollars. Hit that like button right now, subscribe to the channel, and make sure to comment below telling me what city you're watching from. I'd love to see where our viewers are located. Now let's break down these schemes one by one. Scam 1. The free cruise Wi-Fi trap. Let's start with something that gets almost everyone. The Wi-Fi scam. Cruise lines advertise free Wi-Fi packages. But here's what they don't tell you up front. One passenger thought she paid $149 for Wi-Fi coverage. By the end of her cruise, she'd been charged $340 for premium access, just to video call her kids back home. Here's how they get you. The basic plan they sell you only covers email and basic web browsing. Want to use video calls, streaming, or social media? That's a premium upgrade. Each device costs extra. And that unlimited package, it has severe speed throttling after you hit certain data limits. But it gets worse. They don't clearly explain these limitations when you're buying. The fine print is buried in terms and conditions most people never read. The sales pitch focuses on staying connected, while conveniently omitting that connecting means paying 3 times what you expected. Here's your defense. Buy Wi-Fi packages before your cruise when possible, and always read the detailed specifications, not just the marketing headlines. But Wi-Fi charges are nothing compared to what they do with photographs. SCAMS 2. The professional photo extortion. Here's a scheme so brilliant it's almost criminal. Professional photographers roam the ship, taking your picture at key moments. Boarding, formal nights, scenic spots. They make it seem friendly and casual. One couple discovered their photographer had taken 47 shots throughout the week. The package for all photos? $299. Individual photos? $25 each. But here's the kicker. You can't just buy the good ones. The system is designed to create artificial scarcity and fear of missing out. They display all your photos in digital galleries, making you feel like you'll lose precious memories if you don't buy the entire package. The photos are deliberately taken at moments when you look your best or are doing something special, making them emotionally valuable. The photographers are trained to hunt passengers in the most photogenic locations: grand staircases, sunset decks, and formal dining rooms. They know exactly when and where to catch you looking great, then hold those memories hostage with outrageous pricing. Your defense: bring your own camera, ask fellow passengers to take photos for you, and remember that your phone probably takes better pictures than their overpriced professional shots anyway. SCAMS 3. The drink package math deception. Drink packages sound amazing. Unlimited cocktails, fancy coffees, bottled water. But the math is designed to fool you, and the restrictions are buried in fine print. One family spent $840 on drink packages for 4 people. Their actual consumption, worth about $320. Here's why these packages are almost never worth it. First, if one adult in your cabin buys the package, most cruise lines force all adults to buy it too. Even if your partner barely drinks, they're paying $70 plus per day for the privilege of your alcoholic beverages. To break even on a typical $70 daily package, you'd need to consume about 7 cocktails every single day. That's not vacation drinking. That's a problem. And remember, an 18% service charge still applies to every drink, which isn't clearly advertised. Many premium liquors aren't included. Specialty coffee shops charge extra, and some ships limit how many drinks you can order within certain time periods. The math works for cruise lines because most moderate drinkers spend far less than the package cost. Unless you're planning to spend your entire vacation at the bar, you're better off paying as you go and putting those savings towards something you'll actually remember. Now here's the most expensive trap, one that targets your children. SCAM4, the Supervised Kids Club fees. Kids clubs are advertised as complimentary supervised fun, but parents quickly discover that almost everything fun costs extra. One mother found that while the kids club was technically free, every single activity had fees ranging from $15 to $45. Arts and crafts projects, special excursions, themed dinners, private gaming sessions, it all adds up fast. The psychological pressure is intense. Your children are surrounded by activities they want to try, and other kids whose parents are paying for everything. Saying no makes you look cheap in front of your own children. The clubs use the same upselling tactics as casinos. They get you in the door with the promise of free, then hit you with constant opportunities to spend. The staff are trained to present these add-ons as essential parts of the experience, not optional extras. Parents often spend more on kids' club activities than they budgeted for the entire family's excursions. The lesson? Factor in these hidden costs when budgeting and set clear spending limits with your children before boarding. Scam 5. The Shore Excursion Markup Madness. Shore excursions booked through the cruise line often cost 300 to 500% more than identical tours from local operators. An excursion that costs $89 through the cruise line might be $25 with a local company. Cruise lines use fear tactics to justify their massive markups. They claim their tours offer guaranteed return to ship and exclusive access to attractions that are actually available to everyone. They suggest that booking independently risks missing the ship's departure, which rarely happens with reputable local operators. The reality? Local tour companies know the ship schedules better than anyone. Their business depends on getting cruise passengers back on time. Many offer the same exact tours, sometimes with better guides and smaller groups, at a fraction of the price. The insurance argument is largely false too. Most travel insurance doesn't differentiate between cruise line excursions and independent tours when it comes to coverage. But there's one scheme that's working against you even while you sleep. Scam 6. The Automatic Daily Charges Avalanche. Here's a sneaky one that catches people off guard every single cruise. Automatic daily charges that pile up without you realizing it. Like financial quicksand that gets deeper every day you're on board. One passenger discovered $347 in mysterious daily charges only on his final day. These weren't purchases he made. They were automatic fees added to his account every single day of the cruise. Picture waking up each morning and someone quietly reaching into your wallet while you sleep. That's exactly what's happening. The standard ones include gratuities at $14 to $18 per person per day, but cruise lines have gotten incredibly creative with these daily money grabs. Some now charge daily resort fees, just like hotels do. Fees for amenities you didn't ask for and might never use. Service charges for baggage delivery that happens whether you want it or not. Premium cabin service fees for rooms that aren't actually premium at all. But here's where it gets really devious. They've started adding daily convenience charges for things like having your cabin cleaned, facility maintenance fees for using the ship's public areas, and even safety inspection charges for mandatory safety procedures that are required by maritime law. One family found they were being charged a daily beverage service fee, even though they never ordered room service drinks. Another discovered a premium location surcharge because their cabin was supposedly in a desirable area of the ship, which turned out to be next to the elevator bank. The trap is that these charges are added automatically when you book, often buried deep in fine print that would take a lawyer to decipher. Many passengers assume they're part of the cruise fare and never question them. The cruise lines count on this assumption. They know most people don't read the full terms and conditions, and they definitely don't expect you to monitor your onboard account daily. By the end of a 7-day cruise, these daily fees can add $300 to $500 to your bill. money that could have paid for several shore excursions or a nice dinner at every port. The psychological impact is brutal because you feel like you're being nickel and dimed for basic services that should be included in your cruise fare. The solution? Review every single automatic charge. When you book, remove the ones you don't want. Yes, you can remove most of them. And monitor your onboard account daily instead of waiting for the final bill shock. Don't let them turn your dream vacation into a daily financial nightmare. Scam 7. The Specialty Restaurant Reservation Racket. Specialty restaurants create artificial scarcity to justify premium pricing. One passenger paid $180 for an exclusive dinner, only to discover the same chef was cooking in the main dining room with identical ingredients. The scheme works by limiting seating in specialty venues, creating waiting lists, and promoting them as unique experiences. In reality, many use the same kitchen, same ingredients, and sometimes even the same staff as the complimentary dining rooms. They create urgency with last-chance reservation opportunities and charge extra for premium tables with views that aren't significantly better than regular seating. The presentation might be fancier, but you're often paying $50 plus per person for plating and ambiance, not better food. The psychology is powerful. People assume expensive means better, and the limited availability makes it seem exclusive. But experienced cruisers know that main dining room meals are often superior to specialty restaurant offerings. Here's a scheme that starts working before you even step on the ship. Scam 8. The Cabin Upgrade Category. Shuffle. Cabin upgrades are a minefield of deceptive practices. One passenger paid $400 for a cabin upgrade and received a room in the same category, just on a noisier deck above the theater. The tactics are sophisticated. Guaranteed cabins are sold without specific locations, allowing cruise lines to stick you anywhere, including problem areas with noise, odors, or obstructed views. They market different names for identical cabin categories to create the illusion of upgrades. The pressure tactics are relentless. Last chance for upgrade, limited time offer, exclusive opportunity. But many of these upgrades are to cabins with known issues that are hard to sell at full price. The real scam is that they often upgrade you to cabins with problems while keeping the good cabins in your original category for passengers who book later at higher prices. You pay more for a worse experience. SCAM 9. The Medical Center Price Gouging. This is where cruise lines show their true colors. Medical emergencies at sea come with price tags that would make a hospital blush. One passenger needed a simple aspirin for a headache. Cost $47. A consultation for a minor scrape. $340. These aren't emergency procedures. They're basic first aid with luxury pricing. The real prices are absolutely shocking. A basic consultation runs you $200 to $400. Simple medications, $25 to $75 per pill. Minor procedures cost 10 to 20 times what they would on land. And if you need helicopter evacuation, you're looking at $25,000 or more. The trap is that your regular health insurance often doesn't cover medical treatment at sea, and cruise lines know you have no alternatives. They have a captive audience in international waters with no competition. Travel medical insurance is essential, but even then, cruise medical centers operate more like luxury concierge services than healthcare facilities when it comes to pricing. But the most expensive trap is the one 99% of passengers discover too late. Scam 10. The Final Day Checkout Surprise Charges. The grand finale of cruise financial trickery happens in your final 12 hours. One family watched their bill grow from $4,200 to $7,800 overnight, with mysterious charges they'd never authorized. These surprise charges include so-called luxury cabin service fees for rooms that aren't actually luxury at all. Administrative fees for every single transaction you made during the week. Currency conversion fees, even for US dollar transactions. Mandatory environmental fees that were never mentioned at booking. And get this, printing fees for boarding passes, and other documents that used to be free. The timing is deliberate. These charges appear when you're packing, dealing with departure stress, and have no time to dispute them properly. Guest services becomes conveniently busy, and resolving disputes after disembarkation is nearly impossible. Many passengers just pay these mysterious charges to avoid missing flights or dealing with confrontation during what should be the relaxing end of their vacation. These 10 schemes cost cruise passengers millions of dollars last year alone. The family from our opening hook fell for 7 of them, turning their $3,000 cruise into an $8,500 financial disaster. The golden rule: read every contract completely, scrutinize every automatic charge, and always remember, if something sounds free on a cruise, it probably isn't. The cruise industry counts on passenger ignorance, vacation mindset, and the difficulty of disputing charges while at sea. But now you know their playbook. Now it's your turn. Tell me in the comments, have you fallen for any of these schemes? Which trap hit your wallet the hardest? And make sure to share this video with friends planning cruises. You might save them thousands of dollars. Subscribe for more travel industry exposés. Hit that like button if this video was helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.